heard the word Australia, it feels really scary to live there. Because it's home to venomous animals. Specifically the type of snake. According to the reports, Australia has about 220 species of snakes. And 145 of them are species venomous that severely threatens human life. Thus, venomous snake population in Australia covers 65%, and only about 15% of them are non-venomous. That number is even higher than Indonesia, which only has 77 species of venomous snakes. Horrified again, guys, of the 10 most venomous and deadly snakes in the world. 4 of them live in Australia. Type of inland taipan snake, brown snake, tiger snake, and the dead adder snake is a snake that has the highest caste as deadly snake in the world, who inhabit Australia. According to research done by Mike B. Snakes are the most feared animals in Australia and be ranked in the top, followed by a spider, sharks and bees. Australians fear related about snakes. Proven by data showing high rates of snake bites that attacked Australians. Journal published by the National Library of Medicine, even though the government there has socialized related to poisonous snake bites and how to handle it. Apparently still, there are about 3,000 cases of snake bites each year. Then 3,000 cases of those snake bites, resulting in about 500 patients hospitalized, and on average 2 people died. The journal also mentions that there was one hospital on the Australian coast, which has 732 inpatient rooms, and about 720 of its rooms were filled with snake-bitten patients. There is even a case, latest March 2024, a man died after being bitten by a snake. East Brown in North Queensland. With high cases of snake bites in Australia, it looks like the government there didn't bother. With those circumstances, they keep poisonous snakes as an asset. Country protected by laws. Yes is known that all types of snakes are protected by the law in all. The state of Australia, under the 1992 Nature Conservation Act, killed, injure or take snakes from the wild is a violation of the law and subject to a maximum of 5 years in prison or a fine of $77,000. Further than that, guys, the Australian government is more through the lines socialization to be more careful when their citizens encounter snakes. Like a television commercial, the government also demanded the Central Hospital to develop anti-serum can professionally, which later can save the lives of its citizens. This was proven in 1979. Australia managed to be the first country in the world to have snake venom detection device in order to make anti-serum work more accurately. Scientists there concocting serum with horse animal antibody-based ingredients that has been purified, and this serum has been available in 750 hospitals in Australia. With the efforts of the government. Although the case of snake bites in Australia is very high, guys, human death of snakes is very low, which is 2 deaths per year. Those cases tend to be more compared to Indonesia, which has 50 to 100 deaths a year. Or even the country, Africa, that had 4,000 human cases died from a snake bite. Of those government policies that apparently makes Australians more confident when confronting a poisonous snake. As Peter Leland said on Quora, when answering questions, how Australians manage their lives with the many venomous snakes that live there, he then answered that he was very indifferent to the existence of snakes, even if the snake was venomous. When he found the snake, he usually stops to take pictures and send a photo of the terrifying snake in order to deceive his friends who are abroad. According to him, the snake in Australia, not so terrible as outsiders think. Because here it is very easy to get anti-serum can. Then, why didn't the Australian government destroy poisonous snakes? It was to protect its citizens, instead of making anti-venom serum and placing ads on TV. Actually, guys, eradication of poisonous snakes has become a regular agenda item in Australia, at least since the arrival of European settlers. European settlers in Australia began in 1788 and lasted until 1900. There's a saying there: the only good snake is a dead snake, meaning that they will constantly hunt down those venomous snakes that were in there. Amid the massive eradication of snakes at that time, the government got a heavy obstacle: the number of snakes that never decreased in number. Those snakes can hide wherever they want, like in the crack of a rock, the holes in the ground, or just in the tall grass. They can also spawn anywhere they like. On that basis, the government realized that the eradication of snakes there is a pointless thing, and have spent a large budget anyway. Finally, guys, then the budget was thrown away in vain. Better diverted to research the snake species, and made an anti-venom against the snakes that were there. Other than the eradication of the snake that meets the point of failure, the Australian government is also aware of the benefits of the presence of those poisonous snakes. Their existence plays an important role for ecosystem there, like an eastern brown snake. Although the eastern brown snake belongs to a row of 10 snakes that have venom, can be deadly in the world, its presence in agriculture in Australia is very important. Journal of the Zoological Society of London, with title, Why Australian Farmers Shouldn't Kill Poisonous Snakes, mentioned that eastern brown snakes provide great benefits by eating agricultural pests like rodents. The journal also mentions that a free-living adult eastern brown snake, they eat at least 100 rats a year. As such, guys, eastern brown snake with a density of 100 snakes per 1 square kilometer land farm can eliminate thousands of mice per square kilometer of agricultural land per year. Therefore, the government hopes society can coexist with venomous snakes, which will provide many benefits for farmers. In terms of maintaining the country's food security, modern anti-cancer guarantee from the government that are scattered throughout Australian hospitals makes its citizens have nothing to fear from snakes. And what about Indonesia, guys? Well, guys, that's the reason the Australian government didn't eradicate venomous snakes in his country, according to Bang Mickey. What do you think? Type your comment below yes. Keep watching channel Bang Mickey if you like information about animals. See you next video.